All right, so is AI coming for your job? We're going to talk about that in this video. So nowadays, AI has become so intelligent to the point where it's even better than humans at performing some tasks. So naturally, we're going to ask ourselves whether AI is going to take over some of the jobs that we thought only humans can do. So the benefits of AI is a very big, huge topic in the tech community because there are a group of people who feel that AI is probably one of the best things or the best innovations that us humans have been able to produce because it makes us a lot more productive. And now we finally have something that is super intelligent that can help us achieve our goals. And then there's the other group of people who believe AI is just something that is coming to take our jobs and how we should put a hold on the progress that is happening in AI because we don't know exactly what might happen in the future. And maybe at some point AI is just going to eliminate all the humans in the world because it's just so intelligent, and that anything that is super intelligent has the ability to eliminate things that are less intelligent. So because of the type of work I do, I get a lot of exposure to both sides of the argument. So I basically create AI or automation solutions that help improve a business day-to-day task. And when people typically ask me what I do and I tell them what I do, their initial reaction is, oh, so you're the one who's creating the bots that are coming to take my job. I mean, that's understandable. Us humans are typically fearful of the unknown. But because I'm in the AI field, I believe I have a unique perspective on this question of whether AI is going to come and take all of our jobs. So if you're watching this video and you're wondering if AI is going to impact your work, the answer is most likely yes, but it's not that simple. So a big factor of whether AI is going to impact your work or take over your job has to do with what your actual occupation is. So some jobs are going to be affected more than others. And before I tell you exactly which jobs are going to have the most or the least impact, first let me clarify the differences between AI and automation. So these two terms are used interchangeably, but there is a difference, okay? Automation isn't necessarily the same as AI. So with automation, you can have a predictable system that completes a sequence of tasks just like a human would, but it's not necessarily adaptable to unknown situations. But with AI, it can handle different scenarios that the developer of the AI didn't even train the AI on. So now that we have that covered, I'm going to talk about a mixture of both of them, okay? Because typically when someone says, oh, I'm worried that AI is going to take over my job, what they basically mean is I'm worried that a computer is going to take over my job, regardless of how intelligent the computer is or how it's able to take over their job. Okay, so I promised you that I will tell you which jobs are safe and which type of jobs are not safe. Okay, so the type of jobs that are not safe would be jobs like customer service jobs, okay? Because even right now, if you notice, more and more businesses are replacing human customer service representatives with those automated responders that would say, for the blah, 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 press 0, blah, 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 press 5. And now, chatbots are also starting to become very popular. So definitely customer service representatives are probably going to be one of the first to go. Another one is going to be the bookkeepers or accountants. So business owners are starting to use software bookkeeping or replacing their accountants with some type of software because it's cheaper. And in some cases, because it's a computer, it doesn't make human errors. So the third type of job that is going to be replaced by AI is proofreaders, okay? Let me give you an example. Just a few days ago, my mom asked me to proofread something for her. And she has a habit of always trying to make sure that any type of email that she sends to a huge group of people is proofread before it's sent out. And whenever she needs any proofreading, I'm usually the person she goes to. But the problem is I usually have a busy schedule, so I don't really have a lot of time to be proofreading a lot of these things that she's sending my way. So I figured since I'm in the AI field, I might as well just use AI to help her. So I actually created a website which she can just copy and paste any text that she wants to be proofread. And it's an AI assistant that would go through the text, do any type of grammatical corrections. It would also make whatever she wrote more clear and concise. And then at the end, it would inform her of the changes that were made to her original text to make it better. And I was able to create this website or this interface in a matter of a few hours. But this goes to show you that it's very easy to replace proofreaders with AI. So the next type of job that is going to be replaced is the retail sales representatives, okay? So you'll notice that as time goes on, we're starting to see humans being replaced by these self-checkouts. Previously, whenever you go to a shop or a grocery store, it's always a human who processes the items that you've purchased. But now, you're able to do that yourself without human interaction. So this job replacement is already happening. So another one I want to talk about is courier or delivery services, okay? So the reason why this type of field or sector is going to be replaced by AI is because now things like drones or self-driving cars are becoming more widespread, okay? So it's going to get to a point where you would order something and then a drone would just bring it to you, or a self-driving car would just bring it directly to your doorstep. So it's very likely that this industry would also be replaced by AI. Okay, so now let's talk about the jobs that are somewhat safe, okay? I wouldn't say completely safe, but for the near future, I don't see AI taking over these jobs. So you're relatively safe if you're in these fields. So the first one is psychiatrist, okay? I don't think I need to explain much. To be a good psychiatrist, you probably must be able to experience emotions, recognize different types of emotions, and know how to have sympathy for others. And at this point, AI is not there. So the next one is event planning. So if you are in that type of sector, your job is relatively safe. Even though now you can ask AI to give you suggestions for where you can host events or the outline for an event, it's not quite the same as an event planner, because a human contact of event planning is very important. An event planner typically knows how to deal with their stressed clients and calm them down, but AI is not quite there. So the next profession is a lawyer, okay? So if you're a lawyer, you have to be great at trying to persuade humans to be on your side. And right now, at least for the near future, AI is not there. I mean, AI can read a legal document and try to summarize it for you or try to give you pointers for making some claims. But in terms of being a lawyer, it's something that is hard for AI to replicate at the moment. So the next one is computer science or any type of software engineering occupation. And I know some people might say, oh, but right now AI is able to write some code and so forth. But keep in mind that the person who's developing that AI is usually a computer scientist. So as AI grows, we're going to even need more computer scientists to fine-tune AI to help train these AI models and so forth. Gathering requirements and customizing software is one of the biggest parts of software development. And right now, AI can give you a starting point for writing your software, but in terms of customizing it to perfectly suit the needs of your client or your employer, that is something that currently needs some human involvement. For those two reasons, AI is not quite there yet. So another occupation that is pretty much safe from AI is PR managers. So public relation managers. That is because that typically involves a lot of networking, gathering contacts, and some human interactions. So if you're in that sector or you're in that field, you're pretty much safe for the foreseeable future. Okay, so now that you have a basic idea of the type of jobs that are safe and the type of jobs that are at risk, but even some of these at-risk jobs are most likely not going to be replaced by AI overnight or even within the next year or so. Because with any type of innovation, there is an adoption curve, okay? So usually there is the early adopters who first start making a lot of noise about this new innovation and how it's going to take over everything and so forth. And I believe currently that is what we're seeing. But at the same time, even though it might seem like AI is taking over a lot of things, if you take a step back and you actually compare it to some of the innovations that we've seen in the past, AI is actually not as mainstream as you may think. There's still a lot of improvements that can be done in the AI field. And a lot of people are not even aware of the capabilities of AI right now. The general population still doesn't really quite understand AI. So they're not adopting AI in their day-to-day business. For example, I was just talking to an accountant friend of mine. From my conversation with him, I realized that him and his company probably have no clue what is going on in the AI sector. Because when I was telling him some of the things that AI can do, he seemed very shocked and surprised. As the AI field grows, there are going to be new job opportunities that are related to AI, because you're going to need a prompt engineer, someone who's going to give these commands to these AI robots. You're going to need probably a machine learning expert. So that field is going to grow rapidly. Data analytics is also going to be a field that I believe will grow. Also AI governance, okay? Because right now there's a lot of uncertainty around privacy and ethic issues to do with AI. So I believe that field is also going to grow. So all of those fields that have to do with AI, I believe are going to grow. And companies are typically risk averse, meaning that companies would most likely try to wait and see how other companies handle AI before they even fully expose themselves to it, okay? So if you notice, or if you ask any software engineer friend, they'll probably tell you that their company has blocked a lot of these AI tools. And it's because most companies don't know what the full impact would be. So they'll rather not get into any issues by completely converting everything to AI and firing all their staff. But instead, what you most likely see is companies first experimenting with automation and then experimenting with AI. And throughout that whole process, they're going to still be keeping their staff. So right now, if you are knowledgeable in AI or you know all of the recent trends that are happening in AI, you are at a very big advantage because we're at a phase where AI is going to be used more so like a tool that empowers people and makes them 2 times or 3 times better at their job and makes them a lot more productive. And also, if you're keeping up to date with a lot of these new AI trends, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be one of these people who are super fearful of AI. And I completely understand the fear that some people have of artificial intelligence, because us humans are usually more scared of the unknown than the known danger. Psychologically, that is how we are built, okay? And there's a reason for that. Let's say you are extremely hungry and you're going fishing. And let's say you catch a fish that looks like it's a bright green color. Because you've never seen that type of fish before, you're most likely going to avoid eating it because of the fear of the unknown. You don't know whether that fish is poisonous. You don't know what might happen to you if you eat that fish. So you rather stay hungry than try to eat that new bright green fish, even if there's an abundance of that fish. The same with elephants. Sometimes you might see a mouse, just a tiny mouse, that would scare a huge elephant because the elephant is not used to seeing that type of creature. It's the same thing with AI. Because of the unknown, a lot of people are extremely scared of what could be. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying AI is all sunshine and rainbows. I know there's a lot of downsides to AI as well, but I think people are overlooking the good sides or exaggerating the bad sides. So just to sum up this video, the topic of whether AI is going to take your job or not highly depends on the type of job that you're doing, okay? And regardless of whatever type of job you're doing, is a person who is working along with AI who is most likely going to take your job. So instead of wondering whether AI is going to take your job, you should be looking for ways to use AI to improve the work that you do. And I assure you that if you are operating on that mindset, even if everyone around you loses their job, you'll be one of the few who is actually excelling in their occupation. So yeah, embrace AI. I mean, what else can you do? It's not going anywhere. It's not like we can go back in history and stop the development of AI. All you can do now is learn how it can best help you achieve your goals. So I'm planning on having more discussions related to AI. So if you like this type of content, be sure to like it so that I know whether I should keep producing this type of content. And if you have any comments or you have any different perspectives on AI, or if there's something I've said that you totally agree with, just make sure to leave a comment. And there's more content coming soon. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of the upcoming content. All right, have a good day.